While women do not shy away from hard work, that's what business philosopher Sunanda Leelaram believes, that intense work is rest. Now, she joins us now from our Cape Town studios to unpack this further. Good to have you with us, Sunanda. Maybe if you unpack the talk that you recently held in Cape Town, where you mentioned that intense work is the way forward.
Now, intense work is rest. It seems a contradiction. But what we learn from the philosophy of Vedanta is you need to find peace, rest, in action. And if you try to find it anywhere else, you're never going to be successful.
So how do we find it?
Now, what happens is, when we get into action, we have two faculties within us. Every human being does. So what you see is the body acts, but the body cannot act by itself. It has to be propelled by, impelled by, compelled by something within, which is either the mind or the intellect, sometimes both. So when we say that, the mind is nothing but emotions, impulses, likes and dislikes, wishes and wants. Something superior in you is the ability to think, to reason, to judge, to understand. That is the intellect. So when the mind acts on its own, it's full of desires. It's like a child in you that's let loose. It's the adult in you, the intellect, that governs the child, protects the child, directs the child in you to perform your actions with dynamism and efficiency. So what should really happen is the body acts dynamically while the mind is at rest and peace. And that's the way to go.
You mentioned that this is aligned to Vedanta, which is an ancient Indian philosophy. Are we finding that more women are adopting this kind of culture in the modern world?
Well, this is a science that has existed for thousands of years. And my father and guru, Swami Parthasarathi, has dedicated his whole life to unearth these principles so that humanity is benefited. So, as I mentioned, Vedanta is a science. And it is a universal science, something that you can put to use in your day-to-day life, particularly in your business life and domestic life.
I'm sure there was a lot of women at the conference and maybe watching today who might think that this is a difficult concept to understand. The reception to your speech regarding intense work being rest, how has that been?
Now, it's quite simple. What happens is the mind is, like I said, full of desires. See, the mind can play havoc. What it does is, the three things it does. One is, from childhood, you pick up likes and dislikes. I like this, I don't like this. As an adult, you have a stockpile of likes and dislikes that are propelling you to act in the world. Now, to be practical, the world cannot cater to any one individual. So when the world does not cater to you, you're upset, you're unhappy, and that could cause you stress and strain. Also, what you like need not necessarily be the right thing for you, according to you. The mind has another tendency. It rambles in the past and goes into the future. So work per se, though you work the whole day long, that cannot tire you. But it's the worries of the past and anxieties for the future that saps your energy, that drains your energy. Now, for example, a child is full of energy. An adult has more strength and yet lacks that energy. What's the secret?
Indeed, Sunanda, it does seem as though you're revealing that secret to us today, that maybe we should be living in the moment and focusing more on the present, even though we are at work, Alec? But that was business philosopher Sunanda Leelaram.